Hey, welcome. This is Julio Lopez. This is a presentation about the Phase 3 GUI for my DMS shipping order project. Okay, we're gonna start with showing you what we're gonna be using for installing the GUI. In my case, I picked JavaFX, which I already added right here, all the libraries for the jar files, and all of this. So before we go into the details on what I did with the files and how I build it, so I'm gonna show you how I install it. So whenever I show this project into my GitHub, so you know exactly what to do and where to go. So with no further ado, I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Oh Jesus, this is really bright. But anyways, so we here. You gotta go to in order to download and add it to the library. You gotta download the library first. Since I'm running on a Mac, so I'm gonna be picking a Mac. You gotta go to this website right here, which is I don't know if you can see it. Is gluonhq.com slash products slash javix slash, or you just can Google it. Just Google download javax and it's gonna bring you right here. So when you are right here, so you go to download section. Here you pick the version whenever I don't know, this is the standard one, so I guess you just go with it. And then operating system, in my case, is Mac OS. And for architecture, my Mac OS is Arc 64. And from here, we're gonna be picking SDK. This is for developing, and we're using IntelliJ. Now, in order to configure IntelliJ to use the JavaFX libraries, so you got to do the next steps to add it right here, like I have it. So in order to do that, you go to File, then you go to Project Structure, and then here you click on Libraries. Then here you click the plus button, and then you pick Java. Once you do that, it's gonna give you the options here to go directly to the jar files. So you click on the plus sign, then you're gonna have these options here. In my case, you can either, this is where I download. When you download JavaFX, this is gonna be similar name with the version number, and then you can either download the whole library folder or the individual jar files to populate the list. I think to be more organized, I went with the folder. Click on the folder, and then add it directly here. So I think it's more organized instead of having too many files mixed up with the other um, files on their external libraries. Now, one final step before we start working on the GUI, you need to tell JVM how to run it or where to run it, how to communicate with JavaFX. Even though you put it in here, once you try to run it, it might not work. So you need to tell JVM how to do it. So in my case, you go to on a Mac version, you go to Run, and then you click on Edit Configurations. As you can see right here, I have my JUnit located here to run the phase 2 testing. And then right here on Applications, I add JavaFX in my main Java file to run from it. So one issue that I found is that you need to add the path and this text um, directly into the VM options. I didn't have this portion right here. I didn't have it. So what I had to do to show it here, I had to click on modify options, and this one was unselected, so I had to select it back to show the VM options. And once you do that, it's gonna allow you to paste this right here. Don't worry, I know it's kind of low, but I'm gonna add So I'm gonna paste it on my GitHub with the directions. You just need to add your own path if you wanna run it on your personal computer. So, but I'm gonna leave the before and after, and then you add um your path on it. So I'm gonna push it to my GitHub on my README file on how to enable all the steps on how to enable JavaFX. Now that we know how to add JavaFX cool stuff into IntelliJ, now we're gonna go to the next phase, which is how to set up the main Java file. Um, what I did was, since I already have a main Java file running my logics on, so I relocate those sources in case I want to go back and test my logic again into a console main. If you see right here, I still have my logic test in case I want to go back and do some more testing. So, and then went to main, create another main Java file, and I'm going to explain a little bit how this work and communicate with the library. So technically you gotta extend the main to use application which is gonna contain the library. So this is like how the JavaFX library and the cool stuff right here, all these files is gonna communicate to the Java, to the main Java file in order to launch it. So without applications, this is like the bridge technically to communicate with JavaFX jar files. Now the other stuff that you gotta add in here is launch arcs. What this method do is communicates directly into the application or the jar files into the library, and that allow you to launch the GUI from this method right here. Now, great. We just did the hardest part of the of adding the GUI and talk with IntelliJ. Everything else easier. It just goes down to your imagination. Um, so what I added here was I add the main controller Java, which technically is where I created all the window GUI components. Uh, I ain't gonna go through all of this because it's kind of long, but technically this is all the functions and all tabs and buttons I created here, as you can see. So probably in another video I explain piece by piece how all of this is created, but that's gonna be another video. So also I added the main view fxml. Technically this is like a HTML file but for Java. Isn't that cool? I didn't know there was another version out there, to be honest. But once I researched and was like, oh, okay, fxml is like it's just like HTML. You just gotta, you're still using UTF dash A, and technically this is the same stuff that I'm used to using JavaScript. So technically I'm glad it was kind of easy to utilize this. Now also what I did was like I added one of the advantages about JavaFX is that you can add CSS style too, which I added here on together right next to the main view fxml. So I added right here, as you can see. So these are all the stylings. So there's nothing to be changed here. It's the same functionality as a regular CSS files that you will use uh, together with JavaScript or HTML files. In order to add, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy or start and launch the GUI without the CSS, and then we're gonna add it so you can see the difference. So let's run it real quick. Stop and rerun. So I got it. The main is rerunning already. Let me see what happened here. There you go. So it was running. It was running on the back. So I apologize for that. But anyways, here is the sample of the GUI. So far so good. And now I just gonna close it and add the CSS file to see how it looks. So far it has the buttons on the left. And it's not displaying the menu yet because I haven't added any data on it. But let's add the styling first, and then we go to the texting phase. So I'm gonna close it here, and then what we're gonna do is going back to the main view fxml and add I'm gonna delete this part right here, and I'm gonna add the CSS file to communicate with it, which is gonna be right here. We're gonna save, we're gonna rebuild, and then we're gonna run it again. There you go. See how cool and different it's looking now. So yeah, I like it working on it. So what I did was, like, let's say if there is no data, I added this animation down here. The it's eye candy, lets you know what's going on. Technically down here is gonna be talking to you. Let's say if you're trying to update an order and it's not there, it tell you what to do. So really cool. So what we're gonna do next is gonna try to load a file, and we're gonna test if we're gonna try to upload an improper text file to see if it recognizes. So, and the way I set it up is that whenever you pick you're only gonna be so when you click on order, add the order, I'm gonna show you real quick. You're gonna be showing the manual entry, which you can manually enter data, and then you can load data from a file. So when you click on load the file to populate the table, so it's gonna give you the options. It only gonna allow you to pick a txt file. Sorry, if you can see here, you're only gonna display the txt files. So this one is the target, but we're gonna try to get a different one to see if it give you um a validation and say, hey, that's not appropriate. Let's try a different one other than the shipping order sample txt. Let's try this one, see what happens. Open. It's telling you that no valid shipping order found. The selected txt file doesn't contain valid orders data. Please check the file contents and try it again as instructed by the administrator. Technically, and it's showing right here that the load failed, no valid data found. Let's try other ones to see what happened. Load from file, and let's see right here on recents. Um, this one right here. I think we tried patrons. I don't remember, but let's try this other one. See what happened again. Let's try another one before we try the correct one. Let's try patron again because I don't remember what we just did. So again, you get the warning. Let's try the correct one now. Shipping order. And there you go. Orders loaded from file shipping orders, sample.txt. Uh, so I guess, yeah, I put it like that so to force the user to add the correct file or the proper test file though. Okay, now we're gonna try to create a data manually. Let's go and click on add order, manual entry, and here ask you for the customer name. We're gonna try to input the wrong data to see if it goes through. So here is supposedly expect a name, right? Let's try a number. Customer name must contain only letters. Okay, that passed. Let's try combination of letters and numbers. Customer name also give you a data error. Let's see, we used First the numbers and then the letters. No, it can be the wrong data. Let's use only letters for a very long character because the maximum is supposed to be 30 characters. Customer name must be 30 characters or fewer. So that passed. Now let's try a regular name. Samuel Lopez. Okay, shipper name. Again, let's test it out like we did. Let's use numbers. Didn't pass. Combination of letters and numbers. Didn't pass. Let's try to exceed the characters. There you go. Shipper name must be 30 characters or fewer. Okay, let's add Lopez Inc. as a shipper. Passed. Now for the pounds, it's telling you to add the weight between 1 pound and 150. Let's try letters first before numbers. Okay, it must be numeric. Nice. Let's try a numeric number now. Let's do a negative. It must be between 1 and 150. All right, let's try over 150. There you go. It must be between 1 and 150. 145. Now, because I entered the correct expected number between 1 and 150, it went to miles down, which I have to enter between 1 and 3,000 miles. Well, let's try a negative number. Well, let's try first strings to see if you get me. Okay, this time must be numeric, correct, because I use a string. Now let's use numerical numbers. Negative. This time must be numeric. I use numeric here. Sometimes you give me this, but I guess it's small bug that I gotta fix. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at least it keep you on the loop. Let's try exceeding the 3,000 miles. And again, it must be numeric. I'm trying numeric, so it's failing here. Let's see. Uh, let's see if we can try it again. Negative. Uh, Negative number. Okay, that display correctly. It must be between 1,000 and 3,000. Let's see. More than 3,000 again. It must be numeric. Yeah, it's giving me it's writing the wrong. It's not a bug. Technically, I gotta change how what it displays. So I gotta go back to the code, so I can probably on the next phase, which is gonna be the data phase, I can fix that. But at least it's kicking me out in a loop. So it's forcing me to enter a number between 1,000 and 3,000. So let's try a proper between 1 mile and 3,000. Okay, that's successfully added. Let's see if we added. So we had 20 orders, and our order was down here, added correctly. Actually, it auto calculates the price of the shipping order. Okay, our next test is gonna be trying to delete a data. See that that's work. So let's pick one in here. Let's pick Robert Martinez. You, you just click on it and it highlighted, and let's try to delete it. Here there's a warning because you're trying to delete a shipping order. So you're asking, are you sure if you that you want to delete this order? And it displays the whole order information. If you're sure, then you click OK. Let's see if you cancel, if it goes back. Cancel, delete, cancel. That's good. Let's try to delete it again. Okay, it was deleted. So one thing that I forgot to test when adding an order, manual order, you can cancel at any time. Let's say if you try again to add another order, let's say Samuel Lopez. Let's say if you decide not to finish it, so you can cancel at any time, go back and tell you the order was canceled. So I didn't have a duplication here or another order added to it. So that being said, also we just pass the delete order. Let's taste updating a current um order. So one thing that I didn't do either was like if you don't select one of the orders and you click, let's say for example delete, it's gonna recognize that you know select the ones. It's prompting you to select an order to delete. So also likewise, if you do the same thing with updating an order, it's gonna tell you please select an order to update. So because you didn't select any of these, so you have to go and select one in order to work. So let's pick to update Linda Brown. You can see the gap here between so five, between 4 and 6. There's no order ID flag because we just deleted it. So let's or update this order, see what happens. So right here we updating the only prompted to update the weight distance, since if we just wanna update everything we just delete it and redo it again. But there you go. Let's put the wrong data to see if we do the same validation as when we try to add an order manually. So it was 60, displays here 60. Let's try a negative number. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try a positive number over 150. That didn't work. Let's see if we try strings. It prompted to add a numeric. Okay. Let's put it was 60. Let's put it to 145. I don't know why I'm stuck with 145. I like that number. Okay, it went through. So let's try here again. Let's try strings. Let's see what happens. It must be numeric. Cool. Let's see if we put a negative number. It must be numeric. See, the same bug as before, but we just gotta fix the message because it's recognizing numbers that aren't between 1 and 3000, probably as a string, or it's not displaying the right um, warning system, but still it's not kicking you out or it's not failing. It's just I gotta change the how it displayed the message. Let's try it was 1100 miles. Let's see, 1500 is updated for 1500. Okay, order ID 6 updated successfully. You can see here it displayed the new price. Also, it had the new mileage and it had the new weight on it. So it automatically recalculate the price for you. So as we go along, we've been testing also the custom um, calculation, which is been going through every single test that we've been doing. Okay, that's a wrap. I think that's a combination of the GUI phase. The next video is gonna be about how to implement the database to function with the GUI. So I can wait for probably next week or I don't know when it's due, but yeah, I can wait to implement the database. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to use MySQL. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up whenever you have a chance, and also you can visit me to my website, which is lopezbio.com. Here you can see all my social media, and also you can send me an email. Here you can see my blogs. You can click on them too and see what are they about. Also, my projects are located here. Um, yeah, just give me a holler. I use a lot GitHub. Can go over there. I like to do projects. Just send me an email if you're doing an interested of a project, so I can get integrated and help you with it. So I love projects. So give me a holler. All right. Have a good night.